Welcome to another episode of the Giant Take podcast. The Giants lose by a score of 37-21 against the Los Angeles Chargers. An absolute shit show. It's the way to start it off. I already lost the curse counter. And this team is very, very, very bad. This team is in shambles. This team is trash, disgusting to watch. And it's unfortunate that we are fans of this god-awful team, Alex. It's unfortunate. It really is. Many words to describe this team. Many things that we can say here, but we will leave it to interpretation. Well, no, because we're here and we're gonna talk about it, so I can't say that. But how are you? What was your thoughts on this amazing showing from this Giants team in the most sarcastic way I can put it?
First of all, I think Josh is going to be a speechwriter clearly when he gets a bit older here. I think he's not going to continue the podcast. He's going to become a professional speechwriter because those vocab words are just insane. But anyway,
you got any better ones there, bud?
No.
Right.
Well, what are we talking about? Oh, the football team. I forgot that they were actually a football team. They were not.
You can't even make that joke, yeah, because they're not the Washington football team. So you know what? Bad joke. You'll be a, you know what you'll be actually? You'll be a comedian when you get older. You like that one?
I like that one. What I'd say about this game, the Giants and Joe Judge, because they're all intertwined, made shocking decisions from the first drive to the last drive to the middle drive to the press conference. It was all bad. Everything's bad. Let's just hope the damn Bears lose tonight. Last time I checked, it was still 0-0. I don't know what's going on. The Packers better beat their asses because we need those picks desperately. We need a new coach. Joe Judge got to go. I feel like I've said this for the past 5 weeks, by the way, now at this point, bar the Eagles game. It just tear everything down. Tear it all down. Judge needs to go. Freddie Kitchens needs to go. Who else needs to go? Dave Gettleman obviously needs to go. For the heck, get John Mara out of here. He was in his little nice box up in the stands. I guess he got a nice view of it. Hopefully those trash cans are okay, but my God, everyone needs to go in this franchise. Logan Ryan just talking smack last week and then can't cover, a squirrel. It's just awful. And then it's just all summed up in the 59-0 score line in terms of the score in the final 2 minutes of the first half, which is just awful. The 4th and 2 in that first drive where we just decided to punt it. Joe Judge deciding to do the epic fake, we're going to go for it, and then run the punt unit on trick, which is always a great one, isn't it? And then obviously the Riley Dixon 18-yard punt. I'm just thinking about some of the highlights here of the game. Josh, do you have any others, or I don't know? I'm sure there's more, but.
Well, I can tell you right now that it's over, a 37-21 loss to the Chargers. The Giants now with a record of 4-9 guarantees them a losing record for the 5th straight year. And also, Joe Judge came to his press conference this afternoon or evening, whatever the hell we're doing. We're recording this tonight, so at around 9 o'clock. So basically, he came out about 30 minutes after the game ended, which shows either he just didn't want to talk to the media or that he had a long speech with his players trying to hype them up, get them excited. I would say it was the first one out of the two. If I had a guess. Yeah, little too late, head coach of the New York Giants, Joe Judge. For him to go for it when your team is down by 20 points at that time in the game is it's funny. It's funny. I mean, it's unacceptable because you put yourself in that position to think, well, I guess we might as well try it now. Not in a close game where we can win one. No. And Alex, just from the beginning of this game, we saw the nonchalant stupidity of Joe Judge. Let's not go for it on a 4th and 2 or whatever it was on the first drive the Giants had in this game, where we punted from basically the Charger logo in midfield, gave them field position. Oh, field position. Yeah, Riley Dixon helped with that today. An 18-yard punt. 18 yards. Our goddamn punter cannot get it more than 20 yards down the field. And the funniest part about that was the kick. Everyone waited. We're all going to look to see how it bounces. Let's watch it bounce in the opposite direction of where it's supposed to go. Bounce is going to take a nice 10-yard bounce to midfield towards where the Chargers are going for offensive ways, or, on the offensive side. And then they get it, which makes it an 18-yard punt in total. It's un-goddamn believable. Nate Soldier, I can't even say let up one of the worst sacks of his career, because he's let up some pretty goddamn awful sacks, right? Not surprising there, but let up.
This wasn't even top 10, I would say. This wasn't top 10 even, to be honest, in terms of his sacks. But, I mean, it wasn't even like as much. Like, it wasn't. There was one early in the season where he literally got bamboozled over onto his ass. This one was more he just kind of like got ran by, and he kind of pretended like it was a practice drill and was like, oh, shit, this is a real game. Oh, no, my contract.
He got ran over, ran to the left by Joey Bosa. And then another sack on Mr. Draft Neck Mike Glennon, who, by the way, shouldn't have even walked onto the goddamn field in the second half. Horrible. And now Daniel Jones is going back with the goddamn trainers. He's going back home tonight with head of medical services, Ronnie Barnes. He's going to see Dr. Frank Camisa from the hospital for special surgery on Monday for more tests on his neck. Great. So he's out for the rest of the season. That's wonderful. I'm just assuming. I'm sure that's not the case. But with the Giants, how good luck can things get? Oh, yeah. Let's throw this out here. Mr. 26 whatever $1 million man that Alex likes to mention on this podcast, and I don't blame him for it. Leonard Williams. Oh, he got an elbow injury. It was questionable to return. Yeah, we actually saw him back in the game, right, for a little bit, and then got ruled out for the right elbow injury. We saw Blake Martinez on the sideline in this game. Man looked jacked, ready to return next season. Well, guess what? We got another one on the injury report coming up soon, so get ready for that one. Leonard Williams out. No Jake Fromm, like I said. That's crazy to me how he walked out in that second half when we were down. I just thought of that touchdown with seconds to go in the first half. Alex, I'm taking a break. I'm taking a break.
I'm not, if anyone's watching the YouTube video right now, I'm literally like closing my eyes because I'm this bored about talking about how bad we are. It's boring at this point. Like in the beginning, it's entertaining because like we're all pissed and it's like, ha, look at them. They're hilarious. It's so funny. They're pissed. This is so funny. But at this point, it's just not funny. It's just sad. I'm just sitting here literally dozing off in my chair because I don't even have anything to talk about. Because what am I going to say? Joe Judge needs to go. I've said that about 50 times now. Mike Glennon sucks.
I don't care.
I've said that 50 times. And like, I don't know how many more times I have to say it before shit actually gets done. But nothing's going to get done.
Shit's going to get done. Nope. Shit's going to get done, Alex. Let me give you a news flash. Shit's going to get done. We lost this game. I don't give a damn what the scoreline said. This game didn't end 37-21. All Giants fans know this. The Chargers gave us a reasonable, at best, scoreline to finish this game. They felt bad for us that they gave us the scoreline at 37-21. We all know the Giants had no chance of winning this game whatsoever, and it had a Saquon Barkley touchdown late, a 7-yard Mike Glennon rushing touchdown, and an onside kick recovery to make the scoreline look somewhat respectable. Somewhat. The Giants had no chance from day play, goddamn, since they landed in Los Angeles to win this game. No chance. I didn't see it from the first drive of this game. And you know what reassured it, Alex? You want to know what reassured it? A Jalen Guyton, almost 70-yard touchdown? Something along those lines, 59-yard, whatever it was, to end the first half. How inexplicable for Patrick Graham to not have as many people downfield to stop a deep throw. We know about Herbert's arm. We should have known about Herbert's arm, because if we don't, and if that wasn't in the scouting plan, then what the hell are you doing, coaching staff? What the hell are you doing? So we should have known that Herbert had a deep arm, and yet we couldn't stop it. We couldn't. Justin Herbert demolished this defense with 3 touchdowns, 275 yards, going 23 for 31. And it's absolutely insane to me that on 3 catches, Jalen Guyton had a total of 87 yards. That is 29 yards per catch. And that touchdown, obviously, he had in the end of the first half. Unbelievable, Alex. Unbelievable. And I know you say that it's boring and whatever. I don't care. I think changes are going to be done after today. I do. You know what? For once, because there has to be. There's no excuse anymore. Like they can have the excuse, I guess, of bringing Judge back if there's some positives. If we win against the Bears, yeah, get so excited because that raises our draft to a higher pick. We go from 6 to 10 then if we beat the Bears. You know what? No. It doesn't. It doesn't change my mindset because I'm still going to go here. I'm going to be here every week on a goddamn recap and preview of this Giants team on the Giant Tape podcast. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know about you. I know you're not because I'm going to hold you with my bare hands to stay because you're not leaving me alone. And we're doing this together. We're writing this together whether you're bored, tired, sad, anxious, goddamn angry. Not times I say goddamn on this episode. It's you. I should really be paying you money. No matter what, we're in this together. But I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm never getting tired of this because this is what we live for as Giants fans. When there's something wrong, we address it. No matter how many times there is something wrong, we address it. And for Joe Judge to come out of this press conference and say, I liked what my team showed today, but it wasn't enough. The only thing I could say was maybe resilience, but your team's not going to walk off the field. Mike Glennon's not going to be like, you know what, guys, I'm out of here. He's getting paid millions of dollars for this 2-game little shit show that he had. So, of course, he's going to stay on the field. We're not going to forfeit. So, if there's one thing, okay, maybe it's resilience of the players to stay on the field the full game. Sure. But besides that, I didn't see any good things from this. You cannot tell me there was any good things. There wasn't.
Yeah. If I were to look at any positives, Saquon Barkley looked a bit better today than he did last week, but that's about it. And yeah, that pretty much ends it. Maybe Dexter Lawrence got a bit more involved this week, getting pressure on the QB. That's it. Those two are like the only people I'm thinking of. In terms, Kyle Rudolph, he actually got himself involved for once. He got that 60-yard catch and run. So, congrats to Kyle. And
making the contract worth it, huh?
Yeah, is it worth it still? I'm not sure, but in terms, Graham the Goat Gano didn't really have much to do. And what else? Riley Dixon sucks. Joe Judge sucks. Dave Gettleman sucks. The whole Giants team sucks. They all need to go. If Joe Judge is still here at the end of the season, if he's here after free agency,
Alex,
it's going to be a problem. Even though he's going to be here. He's going to be here.
This is what I'm going to say. I'm actually excited. I'm excited for this offseason because I do need to see this Giants team, absolutely, this coaching staff gone. Right? And if Joe Judge
I don't think they will be.
Alex, I will tell you right now, if Joe Judge is not gone, there's going to be a problem. Okay? But hopefully he is. I actually disagree with you on your point on Saquon Barkley. I know he had a few runs here and there. I think he looked bad today. Again, in the ways of he was slipping wasn't fully finishing runs. I didn't think he looked like himself, but that was just my eyes.
He looked better than he did last week is mainly what I was saying.
Sure. Yeah, yeah. Wonderful. Sure. I mean,
this is just so depressing.
Are we really celebrating though? Saquon Barkley like looking better than he did last week, because he still hasn't looked good all season. But anyway, okay. Moving on. We also had Mike Williams get a few catches in there. You know, it's funny. You know it's funny, Alex. This Chargers team scored 37 points without who?
Keenan Allen and Austin Eckler for a large majority of the game, or a nice chunk of the game as well.
Keenan Allen didn't set foot on this football field.
Nor did Derwin James.
And the offense couldn't get going, and the defense couldn't get going because they suck. They blatantly suck. This football team is not getting any better, and it's only getting worse. And at this point, that's all we can hope for, Alex. Let's start getting our draft prep up. I haven't been doing my draft prep yet. That's what I might be starting this week. I think we should do draft prep. Those off-season video ideas, let's start going through them. Let's start putting these off-season preparation podcasts out, or GM rebuilds, because honestly, I think this is when they're needed. I know you wanted to do that GM rebuild. You know what? I think it might be time, Alex, because I got to rebuild this whole freaking team. Madden
franchise rebuild.
You know, if I could turn cap room off, I would do that right about now and just sign every single player I could. But yeah, I really don't understand why we couldn't give. I mean, I was talking to you about it. You know, why couldn't we give Jake Fromm a chance to show what he got? I think it was really because it would have shown Joe Judge was wrong, and it would have shown that, oh, he was such a low-level coach and he goes against his word, and then it would make him look bad. And I think that was really it. To keep Glennon out there, to just have him embarrass himself completely, overthrow guys, there were so many. He went 17 for 36. There were so many of those incompletions that were on him. I mean, come on, man. I know there was an early pass in the game where Darius Slayton, I guess, should have caught it. It was hard coverage. Same thing with Kenny Galladay. Some of those were just miss completions from Mike Glennon. He just did not look on. He really didn't. Devontae Booker, 8 rushes for 56 yards. Like you said, Alex, Kyle Rudolph, 2 catches, 66 yards. Shepard, Galladay didn't really even get themselves involved today. So, I mean, yeah, Shepard, 2 catches, 27 yards. Kenny Galladay, 2 catches, 15 yards. Oh, I mean, this team, man. This team is atrocious, to say the least. But anyway, Alex, you got anything else? Because I was saying to you before we recorded this, to be fair to all our listeners, I said, to be fair to all our listeners, we have to make this episode short. To be fair to them, to all, like, give them what they need and get the hell out so they can enjoy somehow the rest of their day.
Just enjoy your Monday, and
or whenever you're listening to this,
or whenever you're listening to
or
this,
watching.
Yeah, and just get ready for the preview, and hopefully we'll have some better stuff to talk about at the preview episode. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, for basically my solo episode today, which I felt like it was, we thank you so much for listening and or watching wherever you are doing so. Subscribe, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. We hope to have some more uplifting content because we're going to look towards the off season. So how about that? Give us a like, shipitstudios.com/thegianttake. That's shipitstudios.com/gianttake. And then from there on, you can go follow us at the Giant Take Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I'm on Twitter at Joshua29, Alex on Twitter at Anorian23. I think that's everything. But yeah, preview episode, unfortunately, coming later this week versus the Dallas Cowboys. Oh my God, man. I'm trying to look forward to Christmas break. And you're going to give me a Giants versus Cowboys game to have us be home against the Cowboys and have them come, all those Cowboys fans in MetLife next week. Oh, it's going to be bad. Oh, it's going to be real bad. All right. Preview coming soon. We thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time here on the Giant Take Podcast.